guys, so as many of you know, I am going to be going to college in the fall, so I thought I would make a 10 tips for applying to college, and I just went through this process, so I thought I can give you guys some helpful tips. My first tip is to start looking at colleges early. Whether you're a freshman, a sophomore, a junior, or a senior, I would highly recommend looking at colleges at any time. If you're a freshman but you have a sibling who's a junior, go on college visits with them. It's a great way just to show you different schools, and it can help you narrow down a good school for you. I started looking at colleges at about the end of my junior year, and it was so stressful because I had no idea what I wanted. I hadn't looked at any of the schools I wanted to apply to. I didn't really know where I wanted to apply, and it was really stressful. So I highly recommend starting to look at colleges as soon as you can. My tip number 2 is to write your Common App essay in the summer. For those of you who don't know what the Common App is, it's a college application that goes to a lot of different colleges. A lot of colleges use this one app called the Common App, and you have to write a general essay that goes to every single school. And I would highly recommend writing that general essay in the summer. Once senior year starts, your schoolwork doesn't stop because you're applying to college. You're going to start getting a ton of schoolwork and things become very overwhelming. So if your essay is written over the summer, it's so helpful. I actually had to write my essay for my senior English class, and since I had written the essay in the summer, it was already done, and it was amazing. I was so happy about it, and I loved my essay. I got to write it a bunch of times because I had written my first draft before school even started, and that's something I really recommend doing. It helped me avoid a ton of stress. Tip number 3 is to start getting your resume together early. Again, a lot of colleges ask for a resume, and I had such a hard time trying to figure out all the different things that I had done during high school. You forget by senior year what you've done freshman year. So if you're a freshman, write down the list of stuff that you're doing, the volunteer things you're doing, the awards you're winning, the jobs you have, positions of the jobs you have, any leadership roles you have. Make sure you're writing that down and keeping it, because that was so stressful for me, and I definitely forgot a bunch of things that I did, and I wish I would have written them down from the start. My 4th tip is to apply to all of the honors colleges for schools you're applying to. Oftentimes you have to write another essay or two to apply to the honors college. So I chose not to do that because I was super lazy, and now I really regret it. A lot of the schools I applied to, I would have gotten into the honors college if I had applied, but I was too lazy and decided not to write the essays, and I totally regret it right now. The college that I'm going to, I should have applied to the honors program because I'm pretty sure I would have gotten in, and I didn't apply, and I'm really upset about it. So almost all schools have an honors college, and I highly recommend applying. Even if you don't get into the honors program, you can still get into the school, so it doesn't hurt to just write an extra essay and see if maybe you can get in. My 5th tip is to remember that no one's opinion matters but your own. My mom and my guidance counselor really wanted me to go to this one college that I really didn't think was right for me, but because I kind of listened to their opinions, I started to convince myself that I liked the school when I really didn't, and it really wasn't a good fit for me. So make sure you're listening to your own opinion, and if you love a school but your mom or dad or guidance counselor or friend doesn't like it, it really doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, you're the one that has to go to the school and you're the one that has to love it. So make sure that you're just following your own opinion and not listening to anybody else. And kind of on the same topic, you don't have to go to the best academic school you get into. Go to a school that you love. It's okay if you're going to a school that was your safety school, or it's okay if you got into like Harvard but you don't want to go there because you don't love it. Go to somewhere you love, and it really doesn't matter if it's your top reach school or your safety school as long as you love it. My 6th tip is to keep looking until you find a school that's right for you. There are hundreds of colleges in the world, and you're definitely gonna find one that's right for you, so keep looking, and it might not be your first school you look at. It took me about 12 schools to find one that I absolutely love, and it happened to be the last school that I was looking at, and I fell in love with my college and I'm going to. So just keep an open mind and don't give up until you find the school that's right for you. Tip number 7 is to stay on top of your work and don't procrastinate. There was multiple scholarships that I should have applied for, and I was just lazy and I didn't want to write my essays, or I missed the deadline and so I didn't get to apply. But stay on top of things, make lists, make checklists and stuff, and stay on top of things because these deadlines come way faster than you think they're going to, so don't procrastinate. My 8th tip is to remember that nothing is the end of the world. If you don't get into your top school or a school that you really liked, it's okay. There's so many other schools for you to go to, and you can always transfer. So nothing is the end of the world, and just keep things in perspective, because I definitely didn't. Something that my parents told me that was really helpful is that if you don't get into school, it probably wasn't meant to be. The people at these colleges read hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of applications, the admissions officers do, and they know the kids that fit well at their school, so that there's a reason. If you didn't get into a school that you like, there's probably a reason. Maybe you weren't good enough academically, maybe you didn't have enough community service, maybe you just wouldn't, they don't think you would fit in with the people at that college. There's always a reason that they are not going to accept you. So keep that in mind, and sometimes not getting accepted to a school is a good thing, and that just means it wasn't the right fit for you, but there's definitely a school out there that is the right fit for you, so just keep looking and remember, nothing's the end of the world. Tip 9 is don't stress too much. I was a mess during the college process. I literally was like, I'm not going to get in anywhere. No one's going to like me. My application is horrible. My essay is horrible. I'm so stressed. I have so much to do. And I just drove myself up a wall. I was a mess during the whole college process, and I wish I would have just taken a step back and taken a deep breath. It's all gonna work out. You're gonna get your applications in. Someone's gonna accept you. There's a college out there for you. Take a deep breath. It's okay. I promise it's gonna work out, so just don't stress too much. And my last tip is to remember that you don't have to accept anywhere until May 1st. For me, a lot of my friends and a lot of people at my school applied early decision, which means they found out by like December 1st that they had gotten into a school, and I didn't apply early, so I was sitting there like, oh my god, I don't have a school yet, and I was so stressed. But you have until May 1st to pick a school, so don't stress too much. And even when I started to get all my acceptance letters, like early November, I was freaking out because I didn't know where I wanted to go. But you have until May 1st, so don't stress and remember that. So I hope for all of you guys that will be applying to college soon that this was helpful for you guys, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!